All right, Shalom Israel. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, glory, and fear to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Yahweh being the true name of the Heavenly Father, the God of the Hebrew Israelites, Yahweh Shah being the true name of His only begotten Son, our Lord and Savior. I want to give double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, and peace and salutations to the hopefully elect. Hey, back at it, just a quick epistle, man, concerning balance. All right, and how important it is to be properly balanced, man, until the Lord comes back, man. Brothers that have the spirit of the Lord on them, Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shah, we are consistently engaged in spiritual warfare, prophecy, teaching, giving rebuke, taking rebuke, and working on our individual selves, man, as we get closer and closer to the second coming of our Lord and hopefully Savior, Malak Yahweh Shai, man. But until then, man, a balance is very important. And I'll start this in Proverbs 11 and start at verse 1. A false balance is abomination to the Lord, but a just weight is His delight, man. So I mean, every aspect of our life, man, we try to be balanced, man. Whatever that you are lacking through the Spirit and power of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, you should ask, the Lord for the things that you're lacking, so that you can be properly balanced. Because this will take a toll on you. Make no mistake about it, man. Day in, day out, day in, day out, dealing with the world, and I'm bringing that precept out about what the world does to a wise man. But I mean, just dealing with the world, having that fear of the Lord placed upon you. Now it's a natural thing because it's done through the spirit, but still we're still in this flesh, man. All right, and subject to carnality and exhaustion. So, again, dealing with the world, dealing with the fear of Yahweh Bashim Shah, trying to impress the Lord day in, day out, so that we can hopefully receive salvation. We already, feel like we got eyes upon us all day, every day, man, watching what we do, what we say, man. All right. And anything else that you may be lacking in, you may have a desire. Brother may be good at sports, have a certain talent, may be good at musical instruments and such, man. Just seems like you just don't have enough time in a day. Then you gotta watch all these other people perfect their skills, man. And that's something that I have a issue with, is just coming to the realization, man, other than trying to be masterful when it comes to these scriptures. But again, that's done through the spirit. The Lord's gonna give each man what He gonna give each man. But a part of my vexation is the fact that I watch people who get become experts in something, whether it's sports, it could be, again, instruments, it could be anything, man. They have these skills, man. I've never truly found out something that I was just absolutely good at. I'm through the spirit, I believe I'm an Israelite. So, we are the salt of the earth. So we have these talents to, make music and run and jump and things like that. We're very intelligent people. But for myself, it never really fully manifested. So, I mean, I'm hastening the day of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, so, we can receive those new bodies, man, and I can enjoy living. Because right now, personally, I'm not. I mean, that is why we desire the second coming of our Lord to save us, man, because this will stress and vex you out during this day in, day out, especially every brother per his lot. It may be brothers that got to go on the plantation and they have to deal with a lot of crap, at their jobs, man, and that'll stress a brother out to the point, you have no idea what a brother dealing with. Brothers that got children that deal with wicked women, hell, the children as well, man. That's enough to, to drive you crazy. But the whole point is being, properly balanced, man. On both sides. Now, of course, we got to put this truth first. All right. You know what I mean? First and foremost, and every brother can testify how good he feels once he has done some work for the day. No matter what it is, whether it be a lot, whether it be a little, each and every day that you can do some work for the Lord, whether it's an epistle, teaching, or just praying and fasting, keeping your nose clean, man, taking rebuke, working on yourself, whatever it may be, man. But especially the teaching, man, you feel so much better, man, when you don't and you can't pull it off for whatever reason every single day. You feel bad, man. But that's just that fear that we have towards Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushua. And that's what's going to get us to this finish line, man, is that fear, because we feel bad. We feel like something will happen to us if we don't continue to do the work of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushua, man. But with that being said, you got to be balance. I can't sit here and tell you how to be properly balanced. That's something that you got to work out, with your how about Shema Hawashai and yourself, man. For me, I thank the Lord that I do. I'm not uh dwelling with a woman right now, and a woman don't dwell with me, but the Lord did bless me, with the opportunity to uh deal with one or two females, man, on my downtime, and I appreciate that so much from the Lord, man, because it helps keep me balanced. And I'm not just talking about some freak fest or some crap like that, just carnality and the physical aspect of dealing with a woman, which that's there too, through the spirit of probably how about Shema Shai. But for me, man, it's just, again, you don't know every brother's lot what they go through. I'm not a very social person these days. I'm not very in society, per my military experience, man. So just, having somebody to talk to, my child, I have a child, but she's not here. So all these things stress and vex me out, man, because, day in, day out, I'm usually alone. But that helps balance me out when I have somebody to talk to, man, even if it's Eve, man. You know what I mean? Because I get tired, bro. I don't know about other brothers, man, but I'm just speaking for myself. I love my brothers and I put them first, above everybody else on the planet. All right. But it just, if you don't have no woman, bro, then then you're just constantly either by yourself or you're just with men. And that can get, old very fast, man. Now we know we got to do the work, and buckle down and be together in this. But man, you gotta get away from the bros every now and then, and smell a woman, smell that perfume, and the essence of a woman. You know what I mean? And that's just one example. I'm not just making it, talking about women have to be, the thing that balances you. Cause some brothers do have actual wives that they live with, man. So, they got to find balance another way. All I'm saying is, man, is that day in, day out, if you just are engaged in prophecy, day in, day out, and you have nothing else going on. A brother a couple weeks ago did a lesson talking about getting out in nature. Hey, I took that to heart, man, and that's something that I need to do more. Maybe not so much now that's getting ready to get cold, but you know what I mean. Especially when it's warm and the weather's nice outside and the weather permits, man, you got to get out in nature, man. I started to get institutionalized in my dwelling place, man. And again, this is my story. Like, you don't know how I got here. You can't really speak on it, understand why I am the way that I am. But I can become very institutionalized sitting in my home, man. And it get to the point where I'll forget, because the Lord had been, chastising me so long. I'll forget that I can leave the house, man. I'll forget that I have a vehicle that the Lord provided me, and I can go to a park and get some fresh air. My behind them being sat up in the house all day, stressing out about things, man. You know what I mean? Just hastening the day of the Lord, man. The one thing that's stressing me out, man, being in this flesh, is I have gotten tired of just listening to people talk. Day in, day out, we wake up with these phones, man. I kind of sleep by my mind being in bed, man. So when I get up, I grab it, but it ain't for folly. When I wake up, I'm looking, at other brothers' lessons. I'm looking at news articles and such, as it relates to prophecy, man, as it relates to the second coming of Malak Yahweh Shai. But for me, because we do this day in, day out, I just get tired of hearing people talk. It doesn't matter what they're talking about. I don't care, especially Eve. I don't want to hear nothing. I done got tired of watching movies. How many more movies can we watch? Sports, all of it. It's just all vexing me out, because I know what's really going on through the spirit. I know that Jacob's trouble is right around the corner. So everything else just looks very, very foolish to me, unless they're talking about, prophecy, man. I don't want to hear about nothing else, man. And I get tired of just every day, we live in this social media, selfie, self-indulgent culture here in Babylon the Great, and just seeing people's face every day is just vexing me out, man. All right. So you got to have a balance. Hey, when it comes to being on the phone, maybe you're on the phone too much and you find yourself being like one of them 2/3 freaking zombies. Now we know that we need, these cell phones, to help, push the truth, man. But you could really get caught up and find yourself like a zombie, man. Even as it relates to, prophecy, you all day, every day, you're facing the phone, on the internet, in the internet all day, man. You got to get off away from those screens, man. It'll start to make you sick, man. And I'm not talking about like stop putting, taking your hand off the plow. I'm just saying, man, you just have to find a balance. And again, today I can't tell you how to, properly balance yourself. You got to figure, what's tipping the scales, man. And you got to figure out how to balance it, man. You could be lacking in something, man. All right. I don't know what it is. It could be you don't have a family, you know. You need to exercise, you know what I mean? You're not exercising, you doing the work, but you just your eating habits are bad. You may not be eating abominable things, but you just have bad eating habits, man. You gotta figure out how to balance that and eat more nutritious foods, man, so that we can be the best men that we can be at going into Jacob's trouble. Again, the Lord said it's an abomination for us not to be properly balanced. So this is something that we have to ask Yahweh Hashem, Yahweh for, is to balance us out. And whatever that we're, needing or lacking in, we will pray that the Lord will provide us with that, man. Hey, like me and my child, man. Hey, seeing my child more helps me out. We all got our certain issues, mentally, physically, economically. Some brothers are well off more than other brothers, man. This could become a burden at some point, so we have to be balanced, man. All right, some brothers may have to work, all right, on that plantation too freaking much, man, to the point where it's absolutely stressed you out. Gotta find balance. I mentioned going out in nature is a way that you can kind of clear your mind, clear your head. And most of the times, how we do through the spirit, we got our phones on us, we doing videos and things like that, man. But if you can, man, hey man, put down the phone for a minute or two and get in that nature, man. We got the phones on your hip. Even if it's on your hip, man, if you could like just find a way just to like not even be around like the technology, man, it's so therapeutic being out in nature, away, even if it's for a few minutes, and not just having that phone in your hand or on your person, man. That aids in that balance, man, and we need that, man, because if not, man, we'll crack. We'll crack, man. And Lord know, man, I have cracked many times, in this truth because, I wasn't properly balanced, and, I let that depression, overtake me to the point where, like I say, I wasn't even leaving the house, man, not taking care of myself physically, you know what I mean? Not exercising, hygiene, slacking, that stuff, it can get real detrimental real quick, man. All right. But let's keep these precepts rolling. Yes. Let's go to Daniel. This is Daniel chapter 7 and verse 25. Let's see where it is. 7 verse 25. Yes. And he shall speak great words against the Most High, talking about the enemy. All right. And shall wear out the saints of the Most High, and think to change times and laws, and they shall be given into his hand until a time and times and a dividing of time. So again, this enemy shall speak great words against Yahweh Hashem, Yahweh and the prophets. Now we're coming into a time where we're going to see the full manifestation of that in relation to the persecution, man. Real deal persecution. You hear, it building up and boiling. All right, but eventually it's going to fully manifest it, and you'll know that you're truly hated because of the Lord, for the Lord's sake. All right, but The point where it says, "A shall wear out the saints of the Most High to change times and laws." Man, this is a stressful thing that we deal with day in, day out. Make no mistake about it. Collectively, we are worn out. And I'm gonna bring out the next precept to go with this. In Ecclesiastes chapter 7 and verse 7. Ecclesiastes chapter 7 and verse 7, and it reads, "Surely oppression maketh a wise man mad, and a gift destroyeth the heart." So that's what we're experiencing, man. All right. The oppression is what's making us mad. The fact that we have acquired through the Spirit some wisdom, some knowledge, and some understanding of the scriptures, Yahweh Bahashem Hawashah, in this world. I should have said Yahweh Bahashem Hawashah first, Salak. All right. Salakia. But you see what I'm saying? This oppression is driving us crazy because we know right from wrong now through the Spirit. Okay, we don't know every single thing in this flesh, but we do know right from wrong as it relates to the Lord's law, statutes, and commandments. And we see with our eyes, we hear with our ears all the wickedness that's going on around us. We're watching this guy change times and laws to fit his wicked agenda. Okay, so it's driving us crazy. On top of knowing right from wrong, again, we got to deal with our individual lots. You know what I mean? Whatever it is. I mean, and brothers, some brothers, hey man, the Lord gonna deliver you in time. Make no mistake about it. Every brother can testify. Being in his truth ups and downs, man, and deliverances, man. But man, you got to get out these situations, man, or else you're gonna go crazy, man. You up in the house, and I mean, hey, some brothers deal with brawling women, man. That's something that you gotta like get away from and be. You know what I mean? It's all about balance, though, man. I keep stressing. I can't tell you how to do it. I'm just stating the fact that we need it. All right, we need to be balanced. Hey, apostles, them. I said this before. Now, we listen to the apostles for sure, and I do believe that these are, the men of Yahweh Bahashem Hawashah, starting with the elders and the apostles and on down. They talk a lot, about, young brothers and how the younger brothers are to conduct themselves, man. But here's one thing, I've heard Apostle Tahar say, but I definitely don't get it twisted, all right? All respect to Apostle Tahar, all right? I just seeing it from a young brother's eyes and just knowing where he was coming from. But I've heard Apostle, he wasn't like tripping about like video games is what I'm getting at, and how he had mentioned like brothers in video games, But I'm saying, if long as you're doing, putting the Lord first, man, ain't nothing wrong with powering the old PS up or the old Xbox up, whatever you got, man, and clearing your head, man, and playing the freaking video games, man. So long as you not out here being a freaking demon, man, there's nothing wrong with that. There's no law say a young brother can't play the game. Ain't no law say a young brother can't play the game a lot. Long as he's putting the Lord first, doing his work, doing his lessons. If he's charged to go out on the highways and byways, doing that, then that's fine. If that helps balance a brother, every brother not into watching freaking movies all day, bro. I'm one of them. I'm quick to cut on that game faster than I'm finna watch Esau Edom, take his sword and do karate moves and the whole freaking movie, shooting up everybody, trying to save somebody, man. I'm done. I'm really at my wit's end with the movies, man. How many more movies do we need to see before the Lord returns? I'm good. I've seen enough movies, man. Esau did a bang up job, man, with some of the movies that he was able to produce. Let's not get it twisted. The Lord gave him what he gave him, the fatness of the earth through the Spirit. And, some of the movies was pretty, impressive, when it comes to art and things like that, man. But I'm just speaking on balance, man. That's one way that I stay balanced, man. Cause sometimes, watching them movies, it just don't do it for me. It's cause I'm just wise enough through the Spirit just to know how fake this crap is. I'm tired of watching fake crap, you know what I mean? And plus me being in the military, seeing real stuff, It just gets old real fast watching, pretenders. The Rock, right? Dwayne Johnson and his a million movies that he's in. He in every freaking movie ever, ain't he? Tired of seeing this guy, man. Be a pretender. You're a pretender, guy. You know what I mean? It's dudes 140 pounds soaking wet that was giving it up for Babylon the Great, boy. You're a pretender. The Rock, Dwayne Johnson, all those movies, superhero movies, or shoot 'em up, bang bang movies where he's just the man in every movie and he just, dropping everybody in those action movies, so-called Negro police. That ain't my type of balance, man. I'd rather play them strategic games, let it, you know what I mean, challenge my brain a little bit. It can get folly now real quick. The video game, there's people, obsessed with that stuff, man. And again, that's where it goes to the balance, man. If you don't have proper balance, if you one of these idiots on a freaking video game 20, most of the day, man, you know what I mean, that ain't gonna cut it, man. That's not gonna cut it. You gotta have find time to exercise. If through the spirit, you need to find time to be with a woman if the Lord permits, because it'll help you, man. Now again, if you weak and you're not strong enough, then it's gonna hinder you, no doubt. You're gonna get caught up in the sauce, man. But if you are growing in wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, you should be at this point able to deal with a woman in some capacity, bro. I'm not trying to live with no woman here in Babylon the Great in these end times, but I'll be a straight up liar to y'all arguing to say I don't want to deal with a woman, period. Boy, stop. I got to deal. You know what I mean? If the Lord permit, I got to deal. And again, it ain't just a physical thing. Sometimes, every woman ain't just completely just, utterly just absolutely just too difficult to deal with. You know what I mean? They all need some need some guidance. But man, sometimes I just like talking to women. I like picking the brain, like seeing what they got going on in their head, man. It'd be interesting. Sometimes Eve be interesting, and sometimes Eve can make you smile, man. In the right place at the right time, man. Things could be alright. It could seem like it could be alright, man. But just man, if you're not balancing this, man, you will go crazy. And if you go crazy, it's going to affect, you know what I mean, your work towards your how by Shem and how shot. And that's the whole real point, man. You don't want to get so depressed that you can't get out the bed. I'm testifying. These are things that had happened to me, man. And it started to affect your work, man. And then all type of other issues is gonna come after that, man. So it's so important, man. You got to pray, ask the Lord to balance you out, man. Speaking for myself, man, first and foremost. But it's very important, man, as we get closer and closer to Jacob's trouble, man. And whatever these wicked people got, just think, if you are a man of the Lord, man, you almost gotta demand that we be treated different, from your how by Shem Shah. Notice I said almost, because we can't demand nothing, but where I'm coming from if you're a spiritual man, as it relates to, praying and fasting and sincerely asking for something from our power, whatever it is that they have, careers, some type of stature, strength, wives, children, money, that's another thing. If you're around here extremely, always broke, man, that's gonna, hey man, you gotta go to the Lord, man. That's gonna end up like really, really causing some stress, man. You can't do nothing. You always gotta ask brothers for money and help. You don't want to be like that, for a long time. We all got our seasons, but we all can testify that the Lord will deliver, you from these things. God, the leader of our camp, he was homeless at one point in time, or the camp, here where I'm at, he was homeless. All right. But the Lord delivered him from that. He's not homeless anymore. You see what I'm saying? Everything has its season, man. Ecclesiastes, chapter 3, verse 1-6. Everything has its season, man. All right. And this ain't a season for us to be unbalanced, man, because it can be very, very detrimental, especially dealing with the wicked one. All right. As he continues to come up with more and more draconian like measures. You see all this crap going on in the Middle East. You got all these immigrants coming over here. it's about to hit the fan. So we got to make sure that we are prepared, all right, for this, because not only for ourselves, but you got to remember, my brothers and sisters, when we get out here in this game time, we are representing the Lord, man, through this, even in this wicked, all right, toe down, battered, bruised flesh that we live in. We are representing Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai. So we gotta look a certain way, man, and we gotta perform a certain way compared to everybody else that don't do this, you know. Cause that's what it's really about, the glorifying Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai, man. And we gotta have our wits about us. And if we're not properly balanced, man, we're gonna be thrown off, man. And that's why I say wisdom shall be the stability of thy times. We gotta be stable, and being balanced, they go hand in hand. It keeps you stable. So whatever it is, if you're a butt boy, if you need to, you know, duck off with a female, you better ask the Lord. Even if that's all you really want is to duck off with a female for a night, man, you ask the Lord and tell him, hey, I've been serving you, Lord, however you convey, I'm not telling you how to talk to the Lord, man. That's something that's done through the Spirit, but you convey that to the Lord the way that you convey it, and Lord willing, man, he's going give you that proper balance, man. All right. Cause it's gonna get crazy here pretty soon, man. And again, I'm just testifying to the downside of not being properly balanced, man. It'll mess you up, man. Be looking crazy up in here. Let's see. I'll leave it at Luke. All right, Luke 19 and chapter 13. So, and he called his 10 servants and delivered them 10 pounds and said unto them, occupy till I come. All right. But his citizens hated him and sent a message after him saying, we will not have this man to reign over us. So basically, same thing that happened then is what's happening now through the Spirit, man. The Lord had charged certain men, all right, to occupy. And how do we occupy? We're occupied in teaching prophecy, all right, teaching the people, showing the people, prophecy that these things are coming, and showing our nation what we're supposed to do to receive salvation from Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, while everyone else is saying, through the Spirit, through their actions, they don't want Malak Yahweh Shai to reign over them. They're fine, especially talking about our nation, all right, how they're comfortable here. They rather stay here. They're not trying to go nowhere because they're happy and because they're comfortable. All right. I did a lesson talking about that a few weeks ago, how our people are really spoiled here, even if they're in the projects. A dude did a lesson, not a lesson, just some random dude was just talking about that. But he was talking about how it's all, you always hear Africa this, Africa that. Let's go back to Africa. Dude, he wasn't mentioning Hebrew Israelite anything. He was just talking about this black folk and how you always hear black folk talking about they want to go back to Africa. But he was making a point. If you go to Africa, just make a point on how poor some of the countries are in Africa versus how you could, especially Eve, not even ever have a job, but have a roof over your head and food stamps and such, man. So you know what I mean. Our people are kind of spoiled, man. It's some homeless people of our nation for sure, but a lot of people, they got roofs over their head, and a lot of our people got some pretty nice roofs over their head, man. You just watch social media, TikTok, and all that old crap. When you see all them doing these dances or doing these videos, I'm a brother. I'm gonna look all through your house if you got the camera up in there. Not necessarily my brother, but definitely Eve, man. Just see how they live. You put the camera up in there, people gonna see how you live, man. And I'm seeing, some pretty nice dwelling places, man, for this to be our captivity. So I mean, if they're prospering like that, you think they really care, about what we're talking about? See, the Lord made us suffer now so that we will learn, humility now before the great tribulation. Everyone else is going to get caught up in it. Humility will be brought on to each and every one of them. Make no mistake about it. All right, but right now we first up, Lord willing, we be the first fruits, and we be the first ones to receive salvation, since we the first ones to come out of the world through the Spirit. You see, it all adds up, man. And that's why we say hopeful. We hoping now, but things are gonna start to manifest and add up, man. You notice, hey, you out the world, you possibly may be, a chosen first fruit. All right, you see your relatives ain't doing the same thing you doing. Okay, that means you different. All right, so hey, man, just keep that balance, man. Get out in nature if you can, for you brothers. Hey, man, if you can find a decent one that ain't a complete demon, hey, you may need that. That hey, may be just what you need, man. And sometimes, man, I can testify Eve can give you energy. Like dealing with Eve, man, you feel, and I do mean physically, man, sometimes that'll give you energy, make you feel like a man. If you not always put the work first, man. All right, but if you don't have an opportunity to like be a man or like to dominate, and I'm not just talking about with women. I mean, like, you can't run a quick pickup game of basketball where you can like let your testosterone loose, or you ain't got no children to rule over, man. That'll start to affect you, man. We gotta have that dominion, experiencing that. So hey, figure it out, man. You like animals, like, you might, hey, bros. A lot of brothers got dogs, man. That's good, a good companion, man. I don't put no animal over, the companion of a human. I don't. You know what I'm saying? I know a lot of people do, but I don't. I'd rather deal with a female than an animal. But you know, a dog is good, man. A dog can get you out of the house. I had a dog a while back, but he was the only reason I could get out the house. Like I was getting out the house, man. So whatever it is all I'm saying. Stay properly balanced. You know what I mean? It's gonna help out so much. Keep us from going crazy and keep us from going off. All right. Give me neither what poverty nor riches, man. There's that balance, all right? Right in the middle. Want enough to take care of our responsibilities, and the Lord will give you just a little bit more, so you won't be out here like a poor man, and having to do poor man things, man. Want to be balanced right in the middle. Okay? And every brother got their lot, and every brother got his measure. Starting with the apostles, we see the manifestation. It seems like the Lord have given them more than He's given a lot of other brothers. You see, that's their lot, all right. And they're good at it, and the rest of the brothers through the Spirit are good at what they do. In their lots, man. Whatever the Lord has given a brother through the Spirit, and I'm always saying through the Spirit, the sincere brothers, we're all doing it. We're all doing it. We got to fight the flesh and carnality, but through the Spirit, which is already said and done. The Lord had already given the command via His word. Who the hopeful elect is. What they're going to be able to accomplish. The deliverances. All right, it's already done. All right, via the command of Yahweh. All right, Bahashem Yahweh Shai. So we just gotta go with the flow, boys. Just go with the flow. Relax. All right, take a breather. Relax, man. All right. And enjoy the ride, man. Enjoy the ride. Enjoy serving Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai is balanced, man. Enjoy the benefits. All right. The benefits of serving the Lord. The fact that we got food, in our house right now. Some people don't. And we ain't even smack dab in a tribulation, man. A lot of people, they looming evictions. Hell, I'm behind on mine, but I'm fine. I'm fine. We're going to get it taken care of. Make no mistake about it. It's some people that can't make it about the hole. You know what I'm saying? So with that, hey, I'm going to leave it. I want to give all praises, honor, glory, and fear again to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. And until next time, Shalom.